Alright, good afternoon, guys. Listen to my life story, and after listening to it, it's going to change your life. I pray that one day, each one of you guys who have listened and watched this video should change, not by the appearance, by the heart. Let's start with this. My name is Andreas Ihinda. I was born in Angola the year 1993. What happened to me is polio. Those years, there was political war going on there in Angola, which forced our parents to evacuate from cities to the village bushes to hide, to protect the lives of their young ones. I'm the victim of war. That's why I found myself bound to a wheelchair. But that does not stop my dreams of coming true. The year that I was born, it was a blessing to my family because I was named after God, the Almighty that we serve. My real name is Suku, which means God. God means is the creator of everyone. Suku means God. In Chimbundo language, when you hear people saying Asukuyang, it means my God. My name is Andreas Ihinda. We are not rich. I'm from a disadvantaged family. We moved to Namibia the year 1999, whereby things were not that good in Angola, so we moved to Namibia for better quality and proper health facilities. Doctors diagnosed that I have got polio at a young stage. They prescribed a wheelchair for me that I will never walk again. It was so sad. Sad that I could think crazy things coming in my head. When I reached the age of 12, I wanted to commit suicide because life was not worth it. Seeing other young boys running, playing football, I couldn't take it. My father told me that, my son, I love you the way you are. I spoke to a lot of people. People spoke to me about life has not come to an end. A lot of people came to me encouraging me not to give up on life. And here I am. I did not give up on life. I'm still fighting. I'm never going to give up. I started school in grade 1. That was 2003. That's where I started school at the school called Dr. Franz Okpaindongo Primary School in the outskirts of Windhoek, where shacks are surrounded by that school. Imagine I have to push my wheelchair. My mother has to escort me to school every morning, and by 1 o'clock p.m., my mother has to go footing and push me back home. I remember one incident that I wanted to end my life. It's when my mother pushed me to school that morning, and just almost half the way to school, the wheelchair broke down. I have to wait my father to take the wheelchair to people who used to weld in order to weld the metal that were broken on the wheelchair. Life was very tough. Now imagine I have to miss school for 1 whole week. People were worried at schools that I'm sick or maybe I got something going on. That's why I couldn't come. It's because of my movement to school. It was difficult. My mother cried. I was so confused why my mother was crying that day. So I looked into my mother's eyes. Tears were just falling. I couldn't understand why. The wheelchair was broken. So my mother was waiting for a good Samaritan who could pass by to assist her to carry me and my mother carrying the wheelchair. That's a past. When I came in grade 8, that's where I started knowing that people actually live. There are people who are better than me. There are people who are looking up to me. When I was in grade 8, I schooled at Emmanuel Shifidi. That was my first school to apply. By that time, people from outside coming in, talking to learners. I got interested. I joined Staff for Life. I joined Blue Cross. Blue Cross is an organization that deals with drugs and alcohol and teenage pregnancies and all that. They used me as a tool to talk to the learners. I was a peer educator. They used me to talk to the learners because when they see a person on the wheelchair on stage talking, they could listen. But if they see an able person on stage talking, they could take fun of that person. Right now, I completed my grade 12 the year 2012. I successfully failed, I can admit, but life hasn't ended there. What can I do? I said, okay, I failed my grade 12. Should I sit home and flex? No. I'm disabled. Should I go back? No. I started telling myself I should go find work. One fateful morning, I woke up. I took all my papers that I have achieved during my school years, made copies of them. I did a CV. I went to a Grove Mall, a new mall that was opened outside Bendu, Grove Mall. Imagine somebody from Katutura on a wheelchair trying to get a job over there. It's tough and it's very difficult. I told myself I'm going to search a job in whichever category, whichever shop that they will take me, I will work. I didn't want to stay at home and do nothing because my heart doesn't want me to do so. I told myself I'm going to talk to any manager, and if that manager says no, we don't employ disabled people, he should tell or she should tell it to me straightforward. I got a job in game. I worked there for a year. I was a translator for Angolians. I was a facility controller, controlling the well-being of the shop and all that. But then I said, now, it's really tough here. I left because of transport abilities. I couldn't I get a taxi quick to go home. So what I did is that I assisted my uncle when he was involved in an accident, 2014. I fully helped my uncle to take him to private doctors for his medical things and all that. So I completed all the medical things at the NVA in order for him to be assisted to get a surgery by a specialist named Alex van der Horst, the current doctor that I'm working for right now. God is good. So he showed me everything is going to be well. After my uncle got an operation, that's where my heart was relieved that okay, my uncle could live again. After some times, we met with the doctor himself at the Grove Mall. I was assisting him to do shopping. So he asked me, do you work here? I said, yeah, I work here. After I resigned at game, I asked for a job. He offered me to work for his office as a clerk, where I do buy book for operations, ask for medical aid, for authorizations, bookings online, all that. So that's what I do currently. And one thing is that nothing can stop me from achieving my goals. This is not where I have ended. I'm achieving great things. Right now, I can drive. I can swim. God has blessed me with a son. So I have a lot in order to live again. Why do I have to end my life? So I want to tell the youth out there, life is not permanent. Where you find yourself right now is not permanent. You are going to achieve great things. One thing is, when you tell your mind something, your mind is going to let it explore. It's going to make it come true. What makes us sick is what we think. It's not what we do. No. What we think makes us sick. If you think positive things, you are going places. And another message to the people is that be strong. have faith. Always pray for the next day that is ahead of you. You don't know what's going to happen. Another story is that, a touching story, before, when I didn't own a car, I was left on the roadside on a hot sunny day trying to get a taxi to go to town. I could stop over 20 taxis to say town. They couldn't pick me up. Their perception is that I am just on the wheelchair, handicapped, could not move. So which means to them, they could have an extra job of picking me up, putting me in their car, putting the wheelchair in the boot and drive off. So by that time, they could just leave me. If I stop a taxi, taxi could stop. If I said town, just look at me, I'm on the wheelchair, they could drive away. That pain killed me until I got myself a small car that could take me to where I want to go. Sometimes I could miss appointments. Come there at 8, I come at 10. Appointment is missed. Sometimes I could want to meet great people who want to take me to places. If they set a time, I start feeling sad. Tears just coming, running down my cheek. Because I know I'm not going to make it. Life was tough. But now, I thank God, everything is going smooth. So guys, hope you listen to this video. And if you want more, you can contact me. I could share my life story with you guys in order to change your perspectives, to change your ideas, to change your life. I'm not a prophet. I'm just somebody who wants to help the youth, who want to say things will never be again, the same again. There's a word they say, the greatest regret is that not the things we did wrong, but the greatest regret is that of the things we did right to the wrong people. So guys, I thank you so much for listening to this video. Have a blessed day ahead. Goodbye.